Failure is never final. Giving up is. That's the truth. And I remember someone once said to me, I learned that day, rejection and failure are nothing more than speed bumps on the highway to success. Now, Anna asked me a powerful question. How do I deal with failure? How do I keep my mind fresh and positive when I doubt myself, when I feel like I've wasted time, when I feel unproductive? Great question. Here's the thing. Most of us live with a delusion. We believe success means everything we try must work exactly the way we expect. But in reality, the people you admire most, the truly successful ones, they have failed 10 times more than you. And that's why they succeeded. Because they failed faster. They failed more often. And they never stored failure as the end. They stored it as learning. See, part of the frustration is expectation. When I was starting out, I constantly overestimated what I could do in 1 year. And I was disappointed, but I underestimated what I could do in a decade, or 2, or 3, or 4. So when you feel down about lost time, it's usually because your expectations are out of alignment. And let's talk about skills. Many people start a business thinking, I have a great product, I love my customers, I'm passionate. That should be enough. But no, running a business is a skill. Maximizing your time is a skill. And if you don't develop it, you end up overwhelmed. I know because in the early days I lived in overwhelm. I had endless to-do lists, A, B, C priorities. But you know what? I never got the list done. Instead of progress, it made me feel like a failure. Can you relate? That's when I discovered something simple but life-changing. All thinking is asking and answering questions. Most people ask the wrong question. What do I have to do? That question will trap you forever. The real question is, what do I want? What's my outcome? Because only when you know what you want can you decide what to do. Otherwise, you just react to whatever comes at you. I created something I call RPM. Results, purpose, massive action. It's not just time management, it's life management. 3 questions. 1, what do I really want? What's the outcome? 2, why do I want it? What's the purpose? 3, what do I need to do? What's my action plan? Let me give you an example. Years ago, I came back from Australia, 13-hour flight, exhausted. I got home and found 150 messages waiting for me. At first, I felt overwhelmed, but then I asked, what's my real outcome? Not return every call. That's a to-do list. My real outcome was support my partners, serve the people I care about, move the mission forward. And when I focused on outcomes, not tasks, I realized I could combine calls, prioritize, and suddenly what looked impossible became manageable. And here's the secret. Reasons come first, answers come second. If you have strong enough reasons, you'll always find the way. Now let's circle back to failure. Nobody likes failure. But failure is not death. Failure is feedback. A friend of mine, Peter Guber, an extraordinary man, owner of sports teams, producer of award-winning films, once told me a story that changed me. When he was a boy, he watched a handicapped neighbor's father teach his son to ride a bike. The father shoved the boy forward and walked away. The boy fell, cried, got up, fell again. For weeks this happened. Peter thought the father was cruel. Until one day, the boy kept pedaling, turned the corner, and for the first time rode on his own. Peter looked up and saw the father cheering from the balcony, tears in his eyes. And that day, Peter learned the father wasn't cruel. The father was loving because he let his son struggle. He let him fail forward. He taught him that failure is not deadly. Quitting is. Years later, Peter became head of Columbia Pictures at 34 years old, youngest ever. Many doubted him. His first movie flopped, but instead of crumbling, he remembered the boy on the bike. He told his team, yes, I'm scared, but I won't stop. Failure is just a speed bump. We'll keep going, and we will win, and they did. Together, they built the studio into #1. So, here's the truth for you. Failure is not the enemy. Expecting everything to work is the enemy. Failure is not final. Stopping is final. If you treat failure as learning, you will grow. Because at the end of the day, I'm not a superstar. I'm just a persistent soul who refuses to quit. And that's what makes all the difference. Pause. Look at the audience. So I ask you, when failure comes, and it will you see it as the end, or will you see it as a speed bump on the way to your success?